So today's meeting is really all about this Good to Go program. So you guys are actually the first presentation that we've ever done of the Good to Go program. But essentially by the end of this calendar year, so right after Christmas, our goal is to have every single vendor that works on our job site. So if you have the opportunity to come out, if you're delivering doors or if you're out there trimming or hardware or even customer care, everybody that works on our job site is going to go through this Good to Go program. So our idea is if we come and help deliver the message, and our meeting today is really more than just safety. It's about just expectations in general. Like the objective says there, crystal clear expectations and performance standards for all work activities on Mara K. Homes jobs. So I'm going to touch across a pretty good breadth of different subject areas, including safety. So this is our team. You guys might know some of the people in the photos if you're working out on our job sites. But what I wanted to talk about today is where it says here, making a choice. I mean, what the stuff that I'm offering today is really a choice about whether you want to do it or you don't. Now I'm going to have a document that we're all going to sign called an expectations agreement, and it kind of just summarizes all the stuff that we're talking about today. So it'll be your choice. Now if you choose not to sign it, well then I don't know what other work you do, but that's going to be your opportunity. So like it says here, no surprises. So I'm a person that likes to just say all the words up front, right? It says rules to the game and the answers to the test. I want to give you all of that. But then really my expectation is after we talk about it today, after we all take the expectations agreement and you look in my eyes and I've said the words and you shake my hand, we're done, right? You'll go do these things the way we're talking about it today. The first thing we're going to talk about is actually what you should expect from us. So, we will provide you a safe working environment. We will provide a clean job site. We will ensure that your tasks are ready for you to perform on schedule. And we will communicate openly, respectfully, honestly, and always in a proactive and professional manner. To start with, that's what you should expect from us, this team, anybody on our team. One of the first things that I wanted to talk about just here on the initial page is these core values and beliefs and core competencies. So this is Mara K in general, right? This isn't just a Jeff thing. I mean, we've all talked as a company, and these are the things that we agree to ourselves as a group, as a team. But it's actually the greater team. This team that you're looking at here, production, customer care, but this is really whole company. So some of these things I'm going to elaborate on a little bit because, you know, they might be, like this first one, for example, we advocate for our customer. I'm going to talk about what that means to us. So, you know, there's a lot of things in life that are black and white, right? I mean, yes, no, right? If you're answering questions, you know, whether it be for your kids or your wife or, you know, your customer, right? So there's a lot of things that are black and white, but obviously there's a lot of things that are gray, right? So the way that I'd probably summarize we advocate for our customer, I mean, we have yes and no conversations with our customer every day about, you know, their expectations, about quality, about our level of service. There's a lot of black and white things, but obviously there's a lot of gray things. When it comes to those gray things, I'll give you another example. Like ROC, right? Register our contractor is what kind of workmanship standard? Minimum workmanship standard. You're not going to find the word minimum anywhere in our core values or our beliefs. If we're advocating for our customer, I mean, we've got the Mara K way, and that's typically not the ROC, right? Minimum. Same thing as OSHA. OSHA is a minimum standard. So some of the things that we talk about today in our safety program, some of the things that we require could be over and above OSHA minimum. That this is our core values and this is what we believe. Okay. So we advocate for our customer. We care for each other. Okay. We care for each other means, you know, I care for John. I care for you. I don't know who came to the all trade meeting, probably Alan or Martin. So I made a statement in there that I feel, Jeff Eshman, I feel personally responsible for everybody that comes to work on our site. Every one of you, every person that I'm going to meet with over the next year, John, everybody. I feel personally responsible. That's why, again, I'm an expectations guy. I want to say all the words up front. I want to tell everybody what I expect, and I just expect it to happen that way. So we care for each other. You know, it's a little bit different than family, right? I mean, John and I don't necessarily care for each other like, you know, your son or your daughter. That's different. But, you know, have you ever been a part of a team or a, you know, sports scenario, something like on a football team? I mean, it's different, right? You know, when it's a team scenario, you know, it's just different than, you know, some Joe driving down the road. I mean, so that's kind of the spirit of we care for each other. Dependable, responsible, ethical, I think those are pretty cut and dry. Run with opportunity. I'm not really going to elaborate on that right here, but I hope you can see what run with opportunity means. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk about that as we start talking about what we expect of you. Small things matter. I don't think there's enough time today to talk about what small things matter means. But keep that in your mind. Small things matter. Okay. Continuous improvement means we're never, and I mean never, satisfied with the current or the status quo. We have really exceptional scores and statistics within our company for customer satisfaction, profitability, all the major metrics. And we are always looking to improve them, because I guarantee you, your customer is looking to improve them. So, we enjoy each day. Now, what does that mean? That means if you're a stick in the mud and you don't like to have fun, then get the hell out of here. No. But we do.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree. You know, business is business. Again, I just said we're really focused on our statistics and how we perform, but man, we'd like to have fun with it. I mean, if it's not, if you can, it just makes for a long, pitiful day if you can't have a little bit of fun. These next two, individual accountability. This is really why we're here talking and listening and asking questions today, because I wholeheartedly believe in individual accountability. Tell you the rules to the game, tell you the answers to the test, and let you win. The next one is team accountability. This is a concept that I don't think has been pushed far enough, and we're pushing it here today. We've been pushing it within our own company for a long time. And what this means, and John kind of alluded to it in his opening presentation about safety. If you've seen something with your eyes, or you've heard something with your ears, and it's not the right answer, then you are the first person that is responsible for saying something to that other person. And I wholeheartedly believe in this, and this, our organization lives and breathes this. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, let me tell you about what, you know, Billy's doing wrong, my first question is going to be, well, what have you talked to Billy about? So that's not always comfortable up front. John alluded to that too, right? It's not always comfortable to do the things that you haven't done before. Maybe say something to somebody about an unsafe condition, or if you're working on a crew with two people and you're either the foreman, or even if you're the helper and you have to say something to your foreman. We're going to talk a little bit more about that today as well.